balls forward, 2 hands. Going back, we got 2 ground balls, 1-handed. You got 10 each total, 10 each. Working between the black and the white line, right? So a lot of you guys are outside of it. We're keeping it tight, so you gotta avoid traffic, work around other people. 2 2-handed going towards the parking lot, 2 1-handed coming back towards the trees over here. Between the 2 white lines and the blue line. Once you guys are done, grab a spot, make sure you have some space. Anyone who is brand new to the sessions, put your stick up. You guys are heading over to Coach Sam and Coach Derek right now. Go. These guys are all brand new.
That's the same for everyone. You guys have all taken face-offs in the past. You haven't?
Yeah, this is Bryce. He's new. He's up from Carolina today.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
Hell yeah.
love it.
All right, boys. Everybody spread out. Make sure you have space. If you spread your arms, you shouldn't be able to touch anybody. We're gonna go on this white line here. Take a step back. That white line. That white line. All right. First things first. Let's make sure your guys' stances are dialed. Okay. Me and Sam are gonna just go around, kind of tweak your stances. Make sure you're doing the right stuff. So everybody, put the ball on the line. And we're gonna go down. Ready? Down. Down. Not bad. Right foot behind your right glove. And then left foot outside your butt end, all the way up to the line. There you go. You can move this hand up a little bit. Same thing with you. Get this right foot behind your right glove. Yep. Left foot all the way here. Make it flat, flat. There you go. Bending your arms a little bit. There you go. Stay there. Not bad, not bad. Just move this foot up a little bit. Okay. Behind your glove, behind your glove. Yeah, right there. This foot right here, all the way up to the line. And then scoot your hand up a little bit more. Up the stick. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There, bend your elbows in. Nope, in between your knees. There it is, both of them. In between your knees. There you go. Ready, right foot behind your right hand. All the way up. Left foot outside your butt end. Okay. Okay, that's a little too wide. You can bring it in. You're a little bit smaller. Move your hand up the stick. Put it right here. There you go. And then just bend this arm a little bit more. Inside your knee. Inside your knee. Other way. Other way. Yeah, like that. There you go. All right, real quick. Hey, everybody stand up. Look at me. Real quick. So, when we're lining up, a couple of you guys heard me, but we want to focus on 2 things in terms of our foot placement. First thing is our right foot should be facing the ball behind our right glove, okay? Second, we need our left foot, if you're, can get wide enough, either next to our butt end or behind our butt end all the way up to the line. So here is going to give you a nice solid foundation to be stable and mobile, making sure that your hands go first off that whistle. If we don't have a good stance, we don't have a very good foundation for being great face-off guys, okay? So stance helps stem everything off the whistle, okay? Gotta have a strong stance. Ready? Everybody down. Better. Nice, good job, boys. Just get this, I would get this foot all the way up to the line. And yeah, face it upfield, keep it flat. Flat. There you go. Now move this hand up the stick a little bit. Bend that elbow inside your knee, inside your knee. There you go. All right, good. Do we have any questions on that? Stand up, relax. All right, now that we have the basics done, what do you think we do? What do we do off the whistle when we take a face off?
We clamp down, pull it out, scoop it, and just look for the open man.
I like that. The only thing I would change is you scoop it up and then you go to the net, right? No, very good. So, first thing we gotta do is get the ball in the back of our stick. When we're clamping, a lot of times I see young guys and new guys, when they clamp, they just clamp here and the ball's in the middle of their stick. We need to make sure that when we clamp, we go what's called down the line to get the ball to the throat. I call it the sweet spot, okay? We need to get the ball to the sweet spot every single time. Now, with hearing that, I don't want to see you guys lining up with the ball already in the throat, because you cannot line up like that. You have to line up with the ball in the middle of your head. That's why we emphasize that down the line clamp to get the ball to the throat. So everybody go down in their stance. Let's clamp the ball a couple times on the whistle. Ready? Down. Set. That's okay that you rolled over. That was good. That means you went down the line. Ready? Down. Oh my God, that just blew my ear out. Down. Set. Nice. Yo, that was awesome. Down. Set. Not bad. Lead with the right hand a little bit more off the whistle, okay? And always put the ball on the line. So that right hand needs to lead more. You like hit and then went. Make sure you going down the line off the whistle. Go again. Down. Set. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Dude, I'm like the best coach ever or something like that. Perfect. Here we go. Down. Set. Down.
Ball should end in your throat, right? Ends in throat. One motion down the line.
Down. Set. Two more. Hey, stay on your feet. Don't drop to your knees. None of you should end on your knees. And make sure the ball's on the line every time you line up, right? Down.
And clamp with some power, guys. Don't just kind of move your hands over the ball. Really try and react on that whistle and shove your head down over that ball.
Set. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I'll expand upon that real quick. So, boys, real quick. What Sam was trying to say is make sure you're exploding into the ball, okay? A lot of guys, like especially the younger guys, another issue I see when they're facing off is they just kind of clamp to clamp. We need to transfer our weight into the ball, especially you young guys, so you can get that flex on that head. How do you think we get that transfer of pressure into the ball?
By using our body and leaning forward.
Using our body to get into our clamp. Yes, we need to make sure we're leading with our hands first and foremost, but finishing through with your body. That's gonna stem from this left foot pressing you over the ball. Down, set, whistle. All right? Notice how my leg's fully extended, and if I had a helmet on, my face mask is directly over the ball. That's exactly what we need to do to ensure we get the ball to the throat and transfer our pressure to maintain control of the ball in the back of our stick. Does that make sense? All right, so now, 2, 4, 6, 8. To emphasize that transfer of pressure, we're gonna go clamp versus a half clamp. Who knows what a half clamp is? Okay, a couple of you. Sam, come down. You guys can bring it up a little bit just so you can see it. So Coach Sam, just stay right there. We'll go like this way so they can see. Coach Sam is gonna give me a half clamp. Just the top sidewall of his stick is on the ball, about 30 to 40% pressure, not too heavy, and I'm clamping through his pressure. Down, set, whistle. All right? That's gonna help you work on transferring your pressure. If you're not transferring your pressure properly, you're not gonna get 100% of the ball off that whistle.
The half clamper isn't trying to win the ball. He's just providing a little bit of pressure for the guy who's actually clamping to kind of push through.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for reiterating that. That's an important piece with the young guns. All right, you guys got it? All right, grab a partner, grab a ball. Let's go. There's 8 of you. Should be all settled up. Sam, can you grab the whistles?
Partner. Yep. So we don't need to play out the ground ball on these. I really just want us focusing on the first move. So once you get the ball, follow through a little bit, stand up and get it pinched. You don't need to exit and pop quite yet. We'll just do the first move to the pinch, okay? And that way we can kind of get reset a little more quickly and get a lot more reps. All right, go on Joe, so you're down. Yep. Set. Nice. I'd say what you did there, you did a good job of using your body to kind of drive down the line, almost to the point where you then took a big step and kind of fell over. So if you get a little more like square and a little base under you, you want to finish leaning, but then kind of follow through upfield rather than down the line. Take a step with that left foot up here and drive that left hand forward as you're coming down. Set. Good. I just want you to be a little more explosive with that first clamp. Really shove those hands as quickly as possible. I want to hear your plastic collide with his plastic.
So you like this?
Still with the fundamental clamp like you did last time with your stance. You had a good stance. You had a good clamp down the line. Good follow through with the left foot. But just a little more power and aggression with your arms on the start. All right, ready? Down. Set. Nice, pinch it. Nice job. Couple quick ones, right? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
Set. All right. The one thing I'd say, you were pretty explosive with your hands, which is good. You just missed the ball a little bit. So work on rotating that kind of top edge down the line, or like over top of the ball instead of just pushing up over it. All right, ready? Down. Set. Nice, way better.
Gotta get some tape on there. Did I tell you that last week?
Everyone. Set.
Nice. We turned down on that.
Nice.
There you go. You just gotta slam it down every now and then.
Set.
There you go. Wait, reset.
So go back down. You had the ball way up here in your head, right? Is that a strong part of the head? Try and pinch that part of the head. That part is a lot easier to pinch than down here, right?
Yeah.
This part's way stronger. So when I'm battling my opponent, I don't want to be fighting with this flimsy part of the head. I want to be fighting with the part that I can't pinch at all, the strong part down here. So get that ball down into what Derek called the sweet spot, where it's really strong plastic down here and you're battling with really hard material. All right, ready? Set. Much better. Set. Oh, you both went on that one. All right, let's do it again, real quick.
She's one of the moms.
Set. All right, got to exit, right? So we're gonna work on, still with your same partners, with the half clamps, we're gonna work on a couple different exits. The first one, the most basic standard exit, if you win it cleanly, is to get a pinch and exit forward. So I kind of want to drag the ball towards my left foot a little bit, get a good strong pinch so no check's gonna have that ball kind of fly out on me, and then kind of pull it towards my pocket, kind of hide it away from my opponent, flip it into the front of my stick while I kind of box out my opponent going forward, all right? So now I want to see still you and your partner, same half clamp, and each guy kind of do that forward exit. So let's get you guys on this line with everyone so we're all going the same way. All right, down. Set. Get it in the throat of that stick, remember? So it's hard to pinch it with it way up here in the stick. You got to drive down and get the ball down into that throat of the stick, into that sweet spot, okay?
Coach, this weekend I didn't know that we could only take one step before you click.
Yeah, you got to get the ball out of your stick pretty quickly. All right, now everyone on my set. Get a good pinch. Ooh. So right there, you had the ball, right? You had the ball in your stick, and then you went to exit, and you just did that. You left it there because you didn't get a pinch. So I want you to have all your weight on your right hand, and then pull your butt end to your armpit. By just doing that while keeping that weight on my right hand, I can kind of flex that head and pinch that ball in there so that when I go to exit, it stays right there, right?
Also, my head was coming off.
Yeah, that's okay, yeah. All right, ready? On Joe, so you're down. Set.
Oh, you gotta bring that left hand forward, right?
So what you did right there, you put the line driving and rotating that sidewall. Now I have it, now I can pinch, now I can exit, all right? Ready?
And then we're dragging to our left.
Down. Set. Now exit. Get that pinch. Nice. I'd
Damn. Careful stepping. Good job setting your feet again. Just careful stepping that right foot a little bit too far to the right. Slipped a little bit. Again. Last one, last one. Down.
See it, Bryce. Get in there, man. Nice, yeah.
Good, but what did you do? You moved your feet, right? We just talked about this. Here, go again. Ready? Go again. Give him a half clamp again, okay?
He's gonna keep that foot from moving now.
Yes, now go out this way. There you go. That's it. Just gotta hold that pressure, and then we wanna like curl our wrist up to scoop the ball. Ready? Try that right now on your own. Pinch it. Pinch it. Yep. Now curl your right wrist towards you.
Yeah, pop. That's it. Yeah.
Bang. Now to make it a little bit more fluid, right? Especially gaining that separation from our opponent, we wanna go from here, right? More to the left as we're curling. And then when we're here, we're stepping, and see how much separation I'm gaining, turning my back to my opponent. That's what we're trying to achieve, okay? Okay. Good stuff.
It's doing a good job kind of playing good defense on you, not letting you go forward for the fast break. You got to learn to exit behind you.
Coach, show that motion one more time, sir.
Yeah.
So defensive exit.
Defensive exit, all right? Everything's the same. Clamp, get your good base. And then I'm gonna drop my left leg as I'm dragging that ball across my body. And then I'm opening it up and popping it as I'm kind of, creating space for my opponent and popping it into my left pocket, basically, as I'm kind of running away, all right? That drag is important. If you take the drop step without dragging, the ball ends up behind you, right? You gotta make sure you drag that ball kind of at least into your belly button before you take that drop step. All right, let's do a few of these and then we'll join the other group.
Yo, dude, you been working out? I have not. Dude, your calves are like diesel, bro.
It's all running. I've been running.
Dude, that's working out. That counts.
Yeah. Half clampers, be pretty light and give him a lot of the ball to work with. So show him a little more ball than that. Be pretty light. So that
Start with it in the middle of your stick, right?
down.
Nah, he needs to just start with the ball in the middle of the stick. Ready? Down.
Pinch and now drag.
Down. Set. Go.
Half clampers, you're not trying to keep it.
Nice.
Kind of down there as a little
Good
dummy.
soup.
Right? Let him win the ball and work on his. Set. Now pinch.
Good, good. Just gotta smooth it out. That's it. You gotta take it one step at a time.
Purple's a little. Set.
Nice, get it up.
Good pinch. Hard pinch. All right. Now drag it. You left it there. It's not just pinching up like that. You got to make sure that ball is locked in there. You're pinching around something. Pinching with a purpose, not just pinching nothing.
Oh.
You gotta put the. You gotta
Break the throat of it on the inside.
like it's not on
There
all the way.
isn't like the nail or something.
The screw. Yeah.
Set.
No, you gotta put your hand.
Now pinch it up. I was okay. Your feet did what they did before where they came way up here, right? I want you to keep that athletic stance. You can almost add like a little pro hop to get grounded, kind of 45 degrees straddling that line, and then that'll set you up a nice big drop step.
Bending it
Right?
like this. You gotta bend it like.
Set.
See? Easier to like scoop the ball
You
out.
got it. Now drag. That was good. You just didn't quite get it into the throat of that stick to pinch. You know, if you're trying to pinch it with it up here, it's a lot harder to drag than if it's really locked in the throat down there. Yeah.
You can take a little gander.
Yeah.
I was focused. Yeah, I didn't.
Set.
Take a little while. Nice, Bryce. Keep it up,
Oh.
man.
Almost.
Drag it away, right?
It didn't get in there last time it got in.
You had it in there, but oh, in the strings. You had it in there. You were just pinching straight up. If you can kind of get it bent a little like that, but it not just like you really got to use that right hand pressure to kind of roll over the ball to get it stuck in there. So get it in that throat. So ready? Clamp, and instead of clamping there, clamp there. And now
There it is.
there it is. You feel that? So instead of having the ball in that part, it's got to be in that part. And then you just kind of, yep, right there. That's pretty locked in. Down. Set. Nice.
Pinch,
A
yep.
big drop step with that leg.
Nice,
Now
yep.
pull it. Pull it. Nice. Well done. That was the best one yet. Down. Set. Nice. Good
Drag.
pinch. Almost.
I didn't get it.
You're just, as you're going to exit, you're letting go of that pinch. You've got the good pinch, and then you're going to exit out, and you're letting go of it before you actually get out of there. But you've got the pinch down now. Set.
That's my mom. Always over there. Oh, yeah. Mara's gone. Stay. He's. Yeah. No, he sees that dog darting across the field. Oh, that one. Go. Yes. Nice,
Yes.
Bryce. That's it, Bryce. Yeah.
No, that was good. Don't stand up. Keep your chest low. You're a little bit taller, so you need to take a little bit extra time to stay low when we're setting our feet to get out. If we stand up, right? My head's a little bit illegal, so if we stand up, see the ball just comes out. We gotta stay low, maintain that pressure. Okay, here we go.
Don't lean. That's good. Yep, take it. Yep. Turn. Yep.
Set. Well, just base it on where your opponent is instead of deciding before the face-off. If your opponent is allowing you to go forward, go forward. But if he's in the way, then go backwards. All right, ready? Down. Set. Exit. No need to play out a long ground ball. I want you to practice the exit, and that's it. So if you get to here, perfect. But if you get to here and all of a sudden it's way over there, I don't need both of you going and running and chasing it, all right? Just play it in our little area until someone gets it, but if it kind of goes away from you, no need to go play it, all right? Get back on the line. Ready? Down. Set. Exit, exit, exit. You got on your stick, pull it. So, if you're gonna exit just by opening the stick right there, I want you to create separation. Don't just sit there and kind of try and flick it right here. Even if you get it, he's right there to check it out of your stick. You haven't kind of moved anywhere, right? So if you're gonna exit right, which is fine, I want you to exit right, but exit back right or side right and kind of take a big step somewhere. Don't just flick it and stand here like that so that he can just check it right out. Set. About it too, as I'm going down, I kind of set my foot, but I almost think of it as like hooking my elbow into my knee. So as I'm going down, I'm kind of like those two are kind of in line, other way. So you're hooking that elbow, nope, other side. That elbow into that knee so that it's all just kind of stacked up right there. And you've got a pretty powerful little column of muscles that you're using to kind of that initial drop, right?
Keep the softball room there. Come down the line more.
Set. Yeah. I'd say in terms of your stance, you're in very much. Set. Join the bigger group, right?
You're still,
So
both of you
with
still
your
got to work at
partner,
turning that
same
top
partner
sidewall
for
down.
now.
You're coming
Get a
together,
ball
and your sticks are still vertical, right? No good. You want to turn that wall down. You want to lock it off.
No, we're
from your
joining the
opponent.
bigger group. With your partner, get a ball and go on this line. Same partner for now. With your same partner? Is that your partner? You guys need a ball? You guys got a ball? We're in the middle of
Hey, man. How's the leg going? Okay. Doing good? Getting back on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no brace, so that's a start.
Yeah, I ditched the brace pretty early. It was giving me all sorts of like ingrown hairs and shit. And it was just like not bending. Like I had to wear it for that event because if a kid fell into me at any point,
Oh, yeah.
I would have
no
been really
thanks.
bad. But I'm past the 6-month time, so in theory, it can't like tear. The re-tear rate is, like
Knock on wood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to like twist fully instead
Right.
of getting like impacted.
Right. Oh, it's blowing up right now.
Set.
What's going on?
Go ahead, get around, move your feet. Good, out. Nice shot. Oh, good counter though. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Pick it up though. You don't have to do something nice. Don't hesitate. Get right into that. Pop that forward. Knock him. I've been hesitating all week. Ready. Down. Set. Wait for the whistle, boys. Down. Set. 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 Down. Set. Finish it. There you go. Down. Set. Down. Set. Yeah. We're down. Set. Oh, I was like, you're left. Set. Good exit, smart exit. All right, a little early. What is this? It's my age, still Tom Petty. 80s. Derek, we're waiting on you. Down! There he is. I went on. Watch him beat you. Yo, what?
counters, stuff like that too.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know where we go.
Huh?
You can go with the
Down.
Shoulder, bro.
15-hour drive for training. Just get in there, whistle for that whistle, focus. Sit. Good. Ooh, a little early, but good. Good job, Bryce. Stance is looking good though. He's got a big improvement on it. He didn't have a stance when he started. It's taken with a drone. Smoke that.
Down.
Well, early, yeah. Watch your step. The rock is rolling out of nowhere. Under 50.
Bring it up.
Want me to call it? Oh, you just 50. Nope.
Wait, James, what did you do? I tried to split him, but his stick went right through the shaft, but I still had Noah! Oh!
Why are you hanging your stick that much?
Faster, what a play. Yo, pass it the ball. Pass it the ball. No, we should do a trade-off.
Yeah, all of them? All right, take them out.
You missed the ones with the net.
He's like 230.
Set.
Whoa!
Down. Set.
Good work.
Oh yeah, you're good. You got that.
Yeah. Set. Drop it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Down. Set.
Early, that's what I thought.
Down. Set. Oh, you had these two. Down. Set.
You got ones all around. Why you guys gonna take the longest route for this?
Set.
Isn't it? I don't have you mic'd up there.
Set.
Oh, you knew it too. First one. Go.
Set. Go one at a time.
Yeah.
Shot. Set. Whoa.
That game?
That's good.
All right, bring it up, boys. Actually, real quick, ball hunt, then bring it up. Everybody, nobody should be standing here. Let's get these balls up, Mom.
Matt, thank you.
Little Tristan. They buried the key. That one early at least.
Derek, let's get everybody on the white line quick while we talk to you. That way we can take a group photo. Everybody stand on the white line, please. Just grab a quick pic when they're on there. Didn't you get a new one?
Yeah, but it doesn't have points.
Back up. I can't even believe I lost that many balls today. All right, you taking it? Coaches, just hop in. We'll face Derek real quick. No, I don't. I need to get all this stuff from camp shipped.
From what?
From Colorado camp last week. I do have a bunch of extra gear, but I need to get it shipped.
3, 2, 1. Yahtzee.
All right. Everyone grab a knee. Derek, you want to kick us off?
Yeah. Yo, boys. Hey, great work tonight. Technique guys, we were working with you. Me and Sam were working with you for a little bit. You guys definitely got better today. That was great to see. Kind of something stemming from the technique guys to the older guys. I know you guys have been doing this for a long time and the summer season's here, all that good stuff, but really try to take advantage of these reps and especially this many people in like doing different stuff or trying to work on one thing, especially during like the live reps. Like, sure, we want to be seated high so we have easier matchups, but when there's this many kids, we should just be focusing on like, oh, my clamp isn't that good. I'm clamping too much with my left hand back. Maybe I'm going to practice bringing it forward a little bit. Things like that. Maybe I want to get better at raking, get better at countering, especially now that we're outside, we can actually chase these ground balls. And then using us, like when you're working on those individual things, like techniques and stuff, using us to help coach you up. Hey, I'm working on this, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. Can you watch this rep? Things like that, okay? So I know we're here to take reps, but we're also here, more importantly, to get better. All right? Bang.
Pretty similar thought from me. I was gonna kind of speak to some of the high schoolers here who are going on the whole summer circuit, not just with your club team, but all the like good to great camps and stuff like that. Try and engage with those coaches like on a personal level, you know, like ask them questions when they're on the field with you. Talk to them when you're like getting food in the dining hall, wherever you're staying. Try and like be personable, engage, be present with them. Don't just be another kid in a helmet walking around kind of going back to your room. The more, you know, impressionable you are with those coaches, the more they'll remember you, the quicker they'll answer your emails. And that's kind of huge point to the whole recruiting part of it, but that's all I got.
Yeah, that's a great advice for any high schoolers. How many of you guys think that kids who want to go to certain schools just email the coaches and annoy the crap out of them? 99% of them, right? So if you actually act like a normal person and like be there and want to learn and maybe ask them, you know, you got any kids, stuff like that, these guys are going to think you're not just out there trying to get a spot on their roster. You're actually trying to get better, which are the type of kids they're looking for. Kyle?
Guys, this is also another opportunity to like go hit the weights, go hit the gym, train your body, get it stronger, faster, or if you're dealing with some kind of injury, like work on recovery, right? This is a perfect opportunity, summer especially.
Kobe?
One thing that I thought we could get better at is when we lose, a lot of you guys just like to give up. It's a muscle memory thing. You know, if your guys are going to be in a game and you're going to lose and you just kind of stand there, it's going to be slower for you to turn around and try to chase that ball, right? So even when we're in here, try to get better in every scenario you can. Same thing, right? If you go early, that's fine. You're going to go early, but make sure you worked on the things on your clamp. You went early and you did it right. Right? So definitely the losing thing, make sure if you lose, still hunt that GB. You know, you don't have to whack each other, but definitely work on getting out of that losing situation fast. That's the only thing I got.
That's a really good point. Nothing makes me more mad than seeing you guys just stop and quit on the play. Yeah, we're just facing off. But if you're going to come here and just face off, you should at least chase after the ground ball. If you think about what goes on in a game, how long is a game for you guys? Hour. So if you guys take 25 face-offs, how much actual game time do you think you're spending on the field? Like a couple minutes, right? If you can't go hard for a couple minutes, I mean, each face-off situation's done in 5 to 10 seconds. If you can't go hard for 5 to 10 seconds, you think you're going to be a good player? I don't know. It's pretty tough to say, right? So utilize that time. Like, even if you do lose, one thing, you know, especially when I was in college and wasn't winning as many clamps as I do now, I would just hound guys on the ground balls, and I became good at clamping, and then, you know, countering became a secret weapon. If you guys can master that part of it, you can be a lot better. And then lastly, for me, to Derek's point, there's not many spots you guys get to go against 20, 30, 40 different guys. If you could beat 20, 30, 40 different guys with your clamp, you think you're gonna be pretty dialed? Right? You're seeing a lot of different forms, people clamping at a lot of different angles. If you're not finding success, or you're more in the 50% range, you're only like a tweak or two away from figuring out what's going to make you really successful. George gets great video. Make sure all of you guys watch that, because even if it's not you that's winning 60, 70% of the time, there are a couple people that come here and do really well. Copy what they do. Right? See how their elbows are set up. See how wide their stance is, where their head is, what they do when the sticks hit. There's a lot of little parts to the game that you can figure out by watching video. So make sure we're utilizing that. Good session though. I don't have trivia or giveaways today. I'm going to try to get some of the stuff from our Colorado camp last week shipped out here. We do have a bunch extra. So hopefully next week we'll get back in the mix on prizes and giveaways, have some fun. We have a full slate the rest of this week. Tomorrow we got North and South Shore. Wednesday we have New Hampshire in the St. Mark's session, and then Thursday Norwood. And this weekend,
Wednesdays, not Thursdays.
It is Wednesdays. Okay. And then we have the college session. You're going to do Saturday or Sunday? Probably Sunday. Yeah, Sunday for the college session or committed guys. All right?